All right, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. It's your boy Dash the True Inferno. Back at it with another throwback tunes for you guys, and we are still on that Diplomat trip. So yes, I am reviewing History in the Making by J.R. Ryder. This is not only his debut studio album, but this is his only studio album rather. So this joint came out July 11, 2006. It was recorded from 2005 to 2006 under Diplomat Records and, oh gosh, I just said this a few moments ago. Koch Records. So, the producers involved were Doughboys, INFO. I have no clue what that stands for. That's abbreviated by the way. Matter of fact, can we find out real quick? No, we can't. But moving on. Knoxville, Antoine, Amadeus Thompson. I probably butchered that name. Moving on. Justice League, good old Justice League. Develop. The Narcotics. Okay, there we go. Flacco the Great, Dame Grease, Nova, Troublemakers, Dutch Beats, and Pro V. And Kansas is involved with the production as well for a few of these tracks. And I believe that's everybody involved in the production. All right, so let's see. This joint was number 25th on the Billboard 200 chart and second on both the top R&B/hip-hop album charts and the top rap albums charts. Held from the top spot by Pimp C's Pimpulation, which is interesting. And this album, History in the Making, is selling an estimated 29,261 copies in its first week of release. So, let's see. There are no skits of any kind on this album, so I can give you guys a top 5 and not a top 3, especially since it is a 19 tracks album right here. Oh, it was also number 2 on the Billboard Independent Albums charts as well. Almost forgot about that. Now, there's no mentions of singles here for this album, so we just gonna roll with it. The first track is called To Be a Diplomat, followed by My Life. Track number 3 is called Take Notes, followed by Grill'em, M-E-M. Oh wait, my bad. No, there's a skit. There's a skit in this track number 5, On the Block, which is an interlude, which is shown there in parentheses. Track number 6 is Back With It, followed by Goonies featuring Jim Jones and Hell Rell. Track number 8 is called He's Moving. There's no G at the end of moving. Now, track number 11, you can either say it's called Riot or Riot Pump. Wiki got Riot, but music.mp3 got Riot Pump. So, in the song, it does say Riot Pump at the hook. So, whatever you want to call it, knock yourself out. Track number 10 is called Bird Call, B-Y-R-D, by the way, featuring Cameron and Lil Rain. Wheezy, baby. Track number 11 is called Ecstasy, with an X, not EX, featuring Nicole Ray. Track number 12 is called Pay Homage, featuring 40 Cal, followed by Zoolander. Next up is Put You On, featuring Fred Money, followed by High Music, then Ride Try, featuring SAS. Next up is Stump, followed by That's a Bet, featuring Paul Wall. And the last track, track number 19, is called The Heist. So, again, there's no mention of a single off of this album. So, we're just gonna go straight into it. I'm gonna give you guys my favorite tracks off this album from worst to first. So, High Music is the worst track off this album. That melody/sample, wherever that is bland. It's just too goofy for me. The bass is cool, kick is cool, snare is cool, but the track is just decent. That melody sample, wherever they used there, was horrible. Take Note is the next worst track off this album. Melody/sample is straight, the bass is straight, but needs more of it. The kick is straight, the snare is decent. Overall, the track is just straight. Next up is Ride Try. This tempo is too slow for me. The melody is cool, but the kick is straight. The snare is just bland. The bass is decent, but really needs a banger for this type of beat. And the track is just straight. Then we got That's a Bet. The melody is cool. 808 is cool. The decent's decent. The snare/clap combo is bland. That's actually one of the worst. That's actually one of the type of snares I hate actually. Need a banging bass for this type of beat. And the track is just straight. Next up is The Heist. The melody/sample is cool. Intro is misleading in terms of the tempo. Once you actually hear the tempo for this beat, it's like bland. But the drum pattern is cool. The 808 is cool. The snare clap combo is cool. The hi-hats are cool. Cymbals are cool, but the track is still cool despite that tempo. Moving on. Grill'em. Tempo is cool. Melody is cool. The kick/808 is really cool. The snare is really cool as well, but the track is still cool. Next up is Bird Call. The melody slash sample is cool, as is the tempo. The kick is straight, the snare is straight as well, but it's just a bit weak. The claps are good though. It needs a definite bass rather. Like, if there was a bass in there, then it was barely there. But despite that, the track is still cool. Back with it. The melody is cool. The tempo could be faster, thus it could be better. The 808 slash kick is really cool, but needs more of a bang in it. The clap slash snare combo is cool. Overall, the track is cool. Next up is Zoolander. The melody slash sample sounds goofy, but cool. The kick is cool. Snare is cool. It needs a bass though. Overall, the track is cool. Stomp is next. The melody here is cool, as is the tempo. The sip bass is cool, but it needs a banging bass to be honest. The kick is cool, but it's too weak for this beat. The 808 is in there, and it's cool by the way, but needs more of it. The claps are cool, but they're common. And this track got potential. This track is also cool. Pay Homage. Melody is cool, as is the bass. The kick is really cool. The claps and cymbals are cool, but the cymbals are a bit overpowered. Should have been toned down, to be honest. But the track is still cool. Next up is He's Moving. Melody is really cool here. Tempo is cool. Kick really cool. Snare is cool. Need a bass though. And the track is cool nevertheless. And then the 6th best track off this album is To Be a Diplomat. The melody is really cool. Kick is cool, as is the snare. It needs a bass though. Overall, the track is cool. Alright, I'm gonna give you guys my top 5 tracks off the album, and they're all really cool. Put You On, the 5th best track off this album. The melody is cool. The beat pattern is really cool. The bass is cool, but needs more of it. The kick is cool. Snare is really cool. Overall, the track is really cool. Next up is Ecstasy. That Moments in Love sample was used really good during the verse. The tempo is cool, as is the kick. The snare is cool, but could have been better. And it needs a bass. There's a lot of potential here because of how they use that sample. Like how they use the sample at the beginning was like bland, but then once we got to the actual verse, I'm like, yo, I like that. So the track is really cool. Goonies is the 3rd best track off this album. The tempo is really cool. The melody slash sample is really cool. The kick is cool. The snare is cool, but it's a bit weak. Could have been better. Needs a bass or an 808. It's got potential, and the track is really cool. 2nd best track off this album is My Life. The melody slash sample is really cool. The tempo is really cool, as is the bass. The kick is straight, could have been better. The snare is really cool though. Overall, the track is really cool despite that kick. Then the number 1 track off this album is Riot or Riot Pump, whichever one you want to call it. The melody slash sample is really cool. Tempo is really cool. Drum pattern is really cool as well. Kick slash 808 is really cool, but could be way more banging or add a banging bass to it. The snare is cool though. There's some potential as a banger, and overall the track is really cool. So yeah, those are my top tracks off this album from worst to first. Now let's look at some professional ratings. All Music gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. Stylist Magazine gave it a C-. Hip Hop DX gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. So what do I think about this album? Well, this is a 3.25 out of 5. I recommend you stream it. Like, I don't recommend you download it, but I do recommend you stream it because those top 5 tracks, they really the main things you want to listen to. So Riot, aka Riot Pump, My Life, Goonies, especially Ecstasy because of that sample, and Put You On. Those are really the only tracks you really want to listen to. Everything else, you don't have to, but you can knock yourself out. So again, 3.25 out of 5 stars. I recommend you just stream this album. So I'm gonna call it a wrap. And with all of that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka the new Stephen A. Smith. Wow, this is a short one. Saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.